Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, and tell you how I became the prince of a school called Bear Creek. In Bear Creek Secondary, grown and raised, Miss McCuaig's math class is where I spent most of my days, solving, factoring, and graphing so cool, and studying real hard. Outside of school, win a couple of tests that were way too hard. Started to drop my marks way too far. I got one more bad test and got my mom mad. She said, "You're going to get a tutor and study real hard." I went to the tutor day after day, and he taught me the steps to master factoring. First things first, you got a common factor. When the coefficients of each term have a common denominator, you just divide it out and place it outside. The next lesson dealt with simple trinomials. To solve, you first got to find two numbers that add to the middle, then multiply to the last. Once you have those two numbers, you place them into brackets, but make sure you don't forget to put in the x's. Got that? It's simple. Now to the third lesson. I hope you're ready. It's a tricky trinomial. Just like simple tries, you make two sets of brackets. Then the next thing to do is to find two numbers to multiply to the first term. Then there's only two steps left. Find the two terms that multiply to the last and make sure you check that their middle is the same. The last lesson's the hardest, so make sure you listen here. When you want to factor cubics, the rules begin to change. To find your first root, you have to divide by a number that makes the equation equal 0. Once you found the number and divided, all you're left with is a quadratic. Now use the first two lessons to find the last two roots. Now you're all ready, the lessons are finished.